Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Under the Ring podcast. My name is Mongo. It's me. It's the former championee. That's right. Every pay-per-view, we're going to do this dance. Me and Matt. We're here again. Ken's not here this week. He's he's got some stuff he's got to handle. So right now it's just me and Matt. We might get a few other people in later.
Might do a run-in.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff to talk about as far as Slammiversary, which is a great show. But Matt, proper introduction. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, your current, for the time being, Under the Ring podcast predictions champion, Matty Reigns. Let's give it up for him.
Yes, I'm back once again. It's just me and Mongo. We keep switching. We just keep exchanging this title. Tito's on vacation. Kenny is celebrating his wonderful daughter's 21st birthday. He's a happy dad. He's an old dad, but he is a very happy. So happy birthday to his daughter, 21. I remember when I turned 21. It was a very, very, very great time getting to taste alcohol. I don't remember actually. I just remember okay. But all in all, happy birthday to her. It's been a great week, and I'm ready to talk some wrestling. We've had a lot of great upsets. We've had a lot of title changes.
And you know what? Yeah, let's get right into it. Let's talk about Slammiversary. Impact Wrestling it was almost a full reset of belts with this show. Aside from the main championship, every title changed hands. Slammiversary took place this past Saturday. It was also what we would learn later is the last show. Well, not the last show. It was the last pay-per-view for Nick Aldis for the company. He's finishing up now. He's probably going to WWE
to be a producer.
Whatever. Yeah. I guess they don't see it. It's fine.
I mean, they did the same thing to Abyss.
To be fair, Abyss was like
he was old.
Yeah,
right.
He was way past. He should have retired like 2010 when his like
right
were breaking on him. They had him in the flannel. That was kind of. So this show was again another great Slammiversary from them. They've been on a roll since the pandemic shows.
Right.
Slammiversary has been kind of their main thing. That was the first show that we got to see once the pandemic hit, where everyone was affected. Tessa Blanchard had to give it the belt. We saw a lot of people that were fired from the WWE 3 months earlier show up there that night. Slammiversary seems to kind of be their big show now.
Yeah.
As opposed to Bound for Glory or anything else. We started off with 2 pre-show matches. We got to see Heath and Bhupinder against the Good Hands. Did you watch the pre-show matches?
I didn't. I watched the digital media title. That's where I started at.
All right. So I've been singing these guys' praises for a while. The Good Hands they're good. The Good Hands are good. They're a solid team. Impact's really starting to build up that tag team division again, which we're going to get into later. Because they signed another team. They signed a pretty important team to the company. But this is just a match to get Heath and Bhupinder some time. It was decent. Nothing really to talk about.
Okay.
What was fun was Jody Threat and the Death Dogs. They work together. Those styles kind of blend a little bit. All the punk rockiness of those three. Going in against the Shantaraj, Giselle Shaw with Savannah Evans and Jai Vidal. They won that in
I'm loving that. I'm loving the push they're giving Giselle Shaw.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Giselle's looking better and better every week. They're really sticking with her. I'm glad that they're kind of riding the wave that she has right now.
Right.
And I don't know if that started before or after the incident with Rick Steiner.
Oh yeah.
Everybody remembers that. But like ever since then, man. I mean, I wrote an article back in November talking about people to look for an impact.
Mhm.
Like it looks like they're kind of doing something with Giselle, and here we are.
Right.
She's a big talent right now. Um, then like you said, the last match on the pre-show, Kenny King and Joe Hendry. I'm gonna look at our stuff now. Did any of us have Joe Hendry?
Kenny picked Kenny King. None. Me and you picked. I'm like Joe Henry. Every time Joe Henry should lose, he wins. So I said, we both said, well, I'm going to pick him to win because he should lose, but he'll probably win. And then, of course, he lost.
Yeah, it's Joe. You know, I've been praising Joe Hendry for years, and he let me down that night, but it's all right. It's okay. Um, who cares if y'all lost? Did I win? Batty, let's see. Did you win? I think you did.
I'm pretty sure. Wouldn't be shocked.
Reggie says yes.
Yeah,
Let's do the official count.
Reggie says you won, but we're gonna do the official count.
Gonna make sure here. Let's see. The next match is Kushida, Alan Angels, Jake Something, Jonathan Gresham, Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey. Yeah, the return of Jake Something, Matt. We got Jake Something back in Impact.
They shocked me with that one because I was not expecting Jake Something. When you said I saw him pop up, and I'm like, what? Well, damn, everybody coming back to Impact tonight.
Yeah, that was a shocking to say the least. Jake left back. What was it? In the beginning of 2022, I think.
Yeah.
And has been around the Indies a lot. He's been getting a lot of work, and he showed up in the Ultimate X match looking for an X Division title shot, and he looked great. He looked great.
Yeah, he got back. Ultimate nut shot. That is the highlight of that match for me. The fact that someone was creative enough to jump off of that and be like, ugh!
I meant to clip it, but I forgot to. But yeah, the ultimate low blow, the high fly low blow. What is a Tanahashi call it? The high fly flow?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
We'll call it the high fly blow. Alan Angels dives off the top rope, uppercut right to the groin, takes out Big Jake.
All right, and, it was so smart.
Yeah, and nobody had Kushida between us fans. We all kind of felt he was like a one and done, maybe. No.
And I made the joke like watch none of our picks win this match, and I'm like, well, Speedball probably not gonna win, Gresham probably not gonna win, but it's definitely not gonna be nobody like Kushida. And then Kushida won. So look at us as being wrong.
Yeah, Batty, you beat Reggie by 2.
Dang. I won off a tiebreaker.
She picked Subculture.
Yeah, I do. Yep, she sure did.
That was
she shut all of us up.
Yeah. So her going Subculture is definitely a strange one. But hey, I guess she knows what she's talking about. So yeah, we get Kushida going against the new X Division champion. We'll get into that later. Next up was Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich versus the Coven for the Knockouts Tag Team titles, and we got new champs.
We sure do. We knew it was going to happen, but I mean, it was still great to see it happen, to see it play out the way we wanted it to play out. I'm excited to see these two as the new tag champions because they're scary. It's like you said last week, it's a weird type of sexual energy with them. It's cool.
Where it scares you, but it's good.
Right. Like it's cool. Like it's a new tag team a new type of tag team we haven't seen. We haven't seen this type of tag team before. So I feel like, and then with Impact, they always have great women's tag team wrestling. So we're going to have a great product overall. And it's just another plus for their division.
Yeah. We've talked a lot about this, and I think a lot of people agree when it comes to women's wrestling. Impact is the spot to go. Watch
Yeah.
the spot to be. It's in the States at least. You know, I don't know anything about outside.
Right.
Watch it on TV. I don't watch enough Stardom to say one of the other. That's one everyone goes to. And I was like, well, that's fair. It's all women's wrestling. But
Right.
as far as around here, we can kind of get it on regular channels. Yeah, Impact is the spot to go. Next up, we had Bully Ray and Diener, which is originally supposed to be Steve Macklin. Steve Macklin got hurt.
Poor Steve.
Team Canada, Scott D'Amore, and it was originally supposed to be PCO, but PCO
got murdered.
Got murdered. Yeah, he got lit on
He
fire.
got murdered. That would even
lit him on fire the week before. So Bully Ray ended up bringing in Diener, which probably I should have known right then who to pick for the mystery partner. You did, of course. You picked the right one. Eric Young has returned to Impact Wrestling.
Back from the dead, baby.
Last time we saw him here, he had gotten assaulted in a prison.
So PCO, there is hope.
You can always look. Eddie Edwards has eaten enough faces that have come back to this company. You never know. It was a fun match. It was fun to see.
Yeah,
EY's great. Always is. Him and Bully are good. Diener was, solid. Scotty hit the for the Canadian Destroyer.
Scotty can go. Like, he can still go. He's like, don't let him being big fool you. He can still whoop ass.
People forget that Scotty, before he was Team Canada's coach, that boy was wrestling. That boy was
right.
He was wrestling hard. So that shocked a lot of people. I think we all thought we were getting like a Bobby Heenan thing here. Old Scott can move. So the reunited Team Canada. We also got A1 in the crowd. A1. We called that, by the way.
We called that on here last week. Mongo brought it up, saying like, "Oh, what if A1 shows up?" And I'm like, "Nah, we don't need to see him." And sure enough, here in the front row, A1.
I was like, I hope he's not the partner. I hope he's not. It's just as long as he's not in wrestling, it's fine. And
that just did his little interference bit and was gone.
Yeah, he showed up to stop Khan. So we got a nice little Team Canada reunion. Reggie says he was almost right with his walking weapon pick. Yeah, we also got the return of Josh Alexander.
Man,
at the end of the show, which we'll talk about. Man, what a quick recovery from him. Cena-esque with how quick he came back.
I was shocked to hear that music when he popped up.
What's going on, Mike? Our good brother Mike Jones joining us here.
What's up, fellas? What's good, UTR? How is everybody?
Man, we're doing okay. How about you?
Oh man, it's I'm doing good. Hold on. What did she say?
I think
she was talking about Masha and Kelly.
Scary and sexy like me.
Yeah. That's a scary. Fear boner. Yeah.
We're in the middle of a Summerversary. We're talking about the return of Eric Young and A1 at Impact, joining up with Scott for Team Canada. Another pretty good match.
Right.
With this and with Bully and Scott, we weren't entirely sure. It's also with Macklin and PCO being taken out so fast. I didn't know how this match was going to go. It felt like this was going to be a throwaway, but it was fun. It was enjoyable.
Yeah, it was great to have a TNA type of match, a TNA throwback.
Yeah, it definitely was. Next up was the worst match on the show. This is the worst match on the show, and it was for the X Division Championship.
Oh, that match was 1 minute.
was a minute and 20
That match
seconds.
was an ass whooping.
Chris Sabin defends against Leo Rush.
He
Leo hit
didn't
him with a
defend
suicide.
shit. It got taken.
He hit him with a suicide dive. Before he got in the ring.
I
Did
loved
it
it.
again, and they just beat him down.
He
I
beat
love
his
it.
ass like he was
Leo
Chris
Rush didn't give
Jericho.
Chris Sabin a chance. He tore him to pieces. I know Kenny. I'm sure Kenny loved that, being the Chris Sabin hater that he is.
Right. Hey.
I loved it.
Mhm.
Beautiful ass whooping.
Leo
Rush. Leo
Hey,
Rush apparently
he was in a rush.
call him Rush for nothing. Get in, get out. He didn't get paid by the hour. He gets paid.
Right.
And he is signed to Impact Wrestling now. He's officially signed.
Good.
Good for him. Finally.
So hopefully
he don't retire.
You know what?
Hopefully he don't retire.
It's funny that this is one of the rare times where they give the belt to somebody and they've actually signed them.
Yeah,
you're right.
Whether they're going to stay or not, they are locked in.
Yeah, they do have a habit of doing that. But not tonight. Tonight, every belt that swapped was to assign talent.
That's because Scott was there. He was on hand.
No more of this giving belts to Kenny Omega and
Christian Cage.
So yeah, not a lot there, but we'll see more from both of them as time goes on. Next up, we saw ABC, the Ace of Base, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, defend their tag titles against Subculture from WWE a few years ago before they left after UK fell.
Right.
Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. Danny Luna is also here with them. Brian Myers and Moose, who was also recently re-signed with the company as of I think a month or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then the new OVE, Rich Swann and Sami Callihan, because we're gonna do this feud again probably very soon. Because how do you trust Sammy? How do you ever trust Sammy?
Right.
You can't. He's betrayed more people than it's Triple H.
I was gonna say, like, we blinked and he was gone from WWE.
So yeah, Subculture picked up a win here. We got new tag champion.
I was not expecting that, but if you was watching the show, you wouldn't be shocked because everybody that had a title was losing them. So it didn't matter at that point. It's like, well, I guess we're just gonna have a big reset. Like we said at the beginning of the show, it looks like we're just getting one big reset in Impact right now.
Yeah, behave. Behave yourself, please.
Yeah, calm down now.
Yeah. So yeah, Subculture, they have also signed with Impact. So between Subculture, Ace of Base, the Good Hands, the Machine Guns, we got a decent looking tag division now.
Impact has completely done a 180 again.
You know what's so funny? Speaking of Subculture, before you said their names, Mongo, I saw Tito's post earlier when he posted all the new champs, and I looked at him for a long time, like I've seen them somewhere. Who the hell is that again?
Who is that? Yeah.
Who is that? Oh,
everyone saw like one UK show once. I'm like, oh, I think I know who they are.
And
I always remember Mark Andrews,
right
his
now.
name. I'm like, you have two first names, like Sheldon Benjamin. Mark Andrews.
Who is this with them?
Let's see, who is this? Rich Swann and Sammy's team name seems like it should be two. Yeah, you're not wrong. Next up, well, this was the one match I didn't care for, and it's just because I think we're all kind of ready for this feud to be over.
Right. Oh my God.
This was the longest match on the card.
I don't care about that. I hated that match.
Almost 18 minutes.
I hated that match.
Yeah.
It was 18 minutes. It was 12 minutes too long.
Eddie Edwards beat Frankie Kazarian. I've been a big Eddie and Kaz fan since the early days, but this is just we got to move on and get out of this.
Remember last week when they talked about we was trained by Killer
Kowalski. And he's like, on Killer Kowalski's grave, I would never betray you. Like, Eddie Edwards has betrayed everybody he knows.
Who the hell is that?
Killer
Kowalski. He's a real trainer, Killer Kowalski, who has
old school wrestler.
He's black and white wrestler, basically. It was like y'all were trained by him. Come on,
way back in the day. Yeah.
Like y'all are Triple H's age. Even he had sat down, even though God made him sit down. He still is sitting down.
Yeah, that wasn't really his choice, was it?
Right.
That was more of a. What do we call that?
Hey, I'm glad because I told y'all what was going to happen. He was going to be the new Undertaker. He was going to always wrestle at WrestleMania once a year. We would have these stupid feuds, and it was getting ready to start up. And then he got hurt, and then his heart started messing up.
Yeah, that was more of a sit your ass down.
Because that Seth Rollins feud was just the beginning of a 40-figure Triple H versus wrestler. That was going to be the beginning of that. Then we had Shane doing it for a little bit because Vince can't do it no more. Shane's gone. So I was like, oh, it's going to be Triple H.
Every time Shane shows up, his leg blows out. So we can't trust Shane McMahon to do anything.
God.
Hopefully they learned, hey, let's just let the guys that are there now do this. Let's not.
It's ridiculous. He blew that doing a daggone. He just did he just let dude jump over him. Like he jumped up and he landed.
Did the drop down.
Yeah, he dropped down and his legs said nope.
And that was God.
Dropped down, the legs like you ain't getting back up.
I just think I'm like, well, it's better that happened instead of him doing like his signature Shane McMahon little shuffle. And he did the first shuffle. And he just went.
Oh, dude, I would laugh. I would die laughing at that. Like
that was the weirdest moment at Mania where everyone was like, "Is that real? Is that?" Like it took video leaking of him being like taken to the back to be like, "Oh, okay, all right." Okay.
We were all watching.
He really is his daddy's son. He really is his daddy's son.
We were all like, "Oh shit, it's Shane." Okay. Oh, he ain't getting up. Oh shit, he ain't. Is he going? Oh, what is Snoop doing? Oh shit, Snoop beating up Miz. Like, oh, that was cool. We don't, but we ain't forget that Shane is dead over there.
Look, nobody cares.
This is great. Shane up next, and then we didn't see Shane ever until he randomly popped up on Instagram training next to Derrick Henry. Because when you're Shane McMahon, apparently you have Kang money. You can train next to the Kang.
Good Lord. Let's see. These old men get 20 minutes, but Trent can't get 10. They got like 14 minutes.
Hey, Trent, what Trent? You and Trent have something in common, though.
Oh?
They both got titles.
That's true.
They both have titles.
The former Naomi from WWE, Trinity Fatu, beat Deonna Purrazzo for the Impact the Knockouts World Championship. Not women, sorry, Knockouts.
I love the fact that they just called it the Knockouts World Title.
Knockouts
we just started doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, they were always ahead of the game on stuff like that. But yeah, so she won the belt. I don't know how long she's gonna have it. A lot of competition in Impact,
Man.
She could lose that belt any week. It's loaded over there.
And whoever beats her is, I mean, it would make sense. We wouldn't be shocked if she had a short title reign.
No, not at all. It could go to Giselle. It could go to go back to Deanna. Jordan could show back up. We still have Rosemary and Havoc on the roster.
Yeah.
Jody's looking good. You know, there's some other ones that I'm forgetting right now, but it's a pretty stacked division.
And Jordan can always pop back up.
Yeah,
Jordan Grace can always pop back up.
There's always a chance Big Mama Pump shows back up for that belt, and it's over. I love the real life friendship of Team.
Yes,
yeah,
that was beautiful to see all of them there to support her.
Yeah,
especially Tamina. Tamina don't be giving a damn. She be like, "Shit, I'll be there." WWE don't give a damn.
Tamina goes home and just ices her knees and relaxes. That's what Tamina does.
Like, people be like, we always joke about people being The Rock's cousin. Like, yeah, she's The Rock's cousin, and that's literally like The Rock hooked her up, and then it's just like, yo, you Dwayne's cousin. We know you got crappy knees, but we gonna keep you here.
She was the one that got more help than probably anybody else.
Right, like they just keep her there. She don't bother nobody. She don't mess around. She just does. She does what she needs to do, and she gone. I didn't even know she had a daughter that was in like college. I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
So like that's why doing shit like that, she put her kid through. She probably put her through college because of that.
She's been there for what, 13 years? Probably longer than that.
However long the Usos been there, because they debuted together. Yeah. All three of them were doing the splash.
Trent, yeah, they did it to the Hart family, right? Hart Dynasty.
Yeah.
Trent defeated Deanna. We got a new champion there. Every title on this show was had changed hands except for one. Alex Shelley versus Nick Aldis for the Impact Wrestling World Championship.
Yes. I finally picked him, and he won.
It's just you just don't expect it. You don't expect it. Like, I still think it's weird that he even has the belt. You know, it's weird. He's not.
It is weird because the belt. He just looks weird with the world title. Like, if it was the X Division title, yeah. If it was any other title in the company, yeah. But the world title, it's like Lex Luger in the WWE title.
I'll tell you this: if this was back in like 2013, Chris Saban's cashing it on Alex Shelley like that.
Oh yeah,
they're doing the beer money breakup again.
But you know what?
Everybody was hungry for a belt back then. They didn't care about their friends. It was
they sure didn't.
It was just belt.
Like, feast or famine, definitely. Like, they were like, "Oh, feast."
People were picking on Abyss for like 5 years. That man could not get a friend to save his life. It was tough.
Or option C. I knew people were crazy when they was like, "Hey, I'm doing option C." You giving up your belt?
Just for a chance. Not even for a guarantee. It's a chance.
Right. I'm like, you don't even know if you're gonna win. And you already a champion.
But you want to know what's funny about that? Who the hell wants to see Nick Aldis with that belt?
Like, it was a lose-lose.
Look, all right. If this was like 4 years ago, yes. Absolutely. Yeah. If this was 4 years ago, he was at the peak of his popularity with NWA. They're riding high. But now,
especially how he just popped up out of nowhere.
He really did the Ronda, like, I'm gonna work my way through that, and then won one match and was like, world title time. It's time. It was.
He literally showed up, and then next thing you know, he's facing off against Alex Shelley, and I'm like, I don't want you as champion. So Alex Shelley, I'm gonna need you to win, because I ever look at you, didn't look at him.
I need Moose in that list to whoop some ass now. Now that he's resigned,
Yeah, now that Moose is they don't want the tag belts. I agree with you. Yeah, yeah.
Now Josh Alexander is back. So
Yeah.
Or Josh, look, Josh, Moose, Jake, something. We got a decent.
Yep. Big Jake. Big Jake is back.
I feel like if you got someone like Alex Shelley, this would be the perfect time to have two people that we always talk about, and they never win any of these matches because Alex Shelley is technically X Division. Why not have Speedball or Gresham, Jonathan Gresham, beat Alex Shelley to like make someone be like, oh shoot, they're now the Impact World Champion.
This would
And then
definitely
you
be
can
the
let
perfect
Josh
time.
kind of simmer. And then while Josh is simmering, maybe Macklin, because I think what he do, like mess up his groin or something.
I think it was like a minor groin tear.
Yeah, so while that time he's simmering, and then you can have Speedball or Gresham being they can be the champions, and then they could be fighting champions. But if they get murked by somebody like Josh or Macklin, then it'll be like, well, all right. And then you kill two birds with one stone because it's like, well, we made this person their former world champion now. Alex Shelley gone, and now we got everything back together. Josh Alexander or whoever is champion again. Boom.
We said minor groin tear. Mike started going, ugh.
Anything in that region is just
in the NFL, they just be like, oh well, go back.
right. And then the NFL is like, did your shit fall off? No. All right, get your ass back in there. Put some ice.
Right.
And then now that they're not tag champs anymore, Ace and Chris Bay. I mean,
that did just free up. That just stat the X division again.
I guess.
And honestly, both of those guys are so big now; they could both be world champions. It's not going to feel weird.
Right.
You could push them up there, and it would be fine. So they're right now. I think Impact is as even across the board as it's been in a very long time. I think. The mid card's good. The women's divisions are both good, and the world title division is looking very solid. Once we get the belt off Shelley, and I love Shelley. It's just
it's time.
The boyhood dream came true.
He made it through Slammiversary. We're gonna get to the next show.
I need Moose to spear him in half, and let's just wrap this up. Let's make this nice and easy.
Right.
My boy Moose didn't get it. He needed a better run. I think Moose needs a
Chris Sabin got 1 minute of a title defense and died. Your friend had lost his title. It's time for you to lose yours now.
Sabin cashed it on Bully and lost it like the next week in 5 minutes. At least you're a former world champion.
Right.
But yeah, overall, it was a great show.
It was
like B+. It's solid. This was good. It's what Impact's known for right now at this point. But if you buy one of those shows, it's gonna be worth the money. And man, what a list of people they have signed and brought back. This is and EY. EY you can put in the war title.
You got EY. We got a reformed. We got the Rascals back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're heels. We got heel Rascals.
Heel Rascals.
Oh shit!
So it's like, this is definitely because even those two of them in the Rascals, that could be X Division World Title potential right there. So Impact is stacked.
Yeah, they're loaded.
Yeah,
they are loaded.
We'll see how things go. I think what's the next show? It's Bound for Glory in August or October, I think.
Yeah. I think so.
We're gonna have a few months in between that to get to that. We'll do little mini pay-per-views as we go. I think Road was it? What's that show called? Victory Road.
I was gonna say Victory Road.
Yeah.
AKA Great American Bash.
Pretty much.
That's as patriotic as they could get. Victory Road.
Victory Road. Yeah.
The hell Victory Road.
That was a great show. So let's get to some news real quick before we dive into blood and guts. So Seth Rollins said recently that he's pretty banged up. That his back's at a pretty bad spot. He might need surgery down the line, but he's hoping he can avoid it.
Good Lord.
They're saying that this could be causing an issue as soon as post SummerSlam.
Well, that's great news for NWO.
That's good news for Raw too. Shoot.
Raw too.
Good thing you traded his ass.
Right.
Over here, he got back jacked up.
Yeah, so his back's at a spot he needs surgery. His knees are looking pretty rough. He needs surgery on those. This could be like a Kenny Omega situation where he was out for like a year and a half dealing with surgeries and recovery.
That man gonna definitely be redesigned, rebuild, reclaim.
We'll see him and Becky. I think Becky also said she might be moving towards the Roman Reigns schedule coming up.
Uh-oh. Becky
Lynch.
Becky is that baby's mom.
I'm trying to think.
Don't mention my baby.
I'm trying to think of things like not cuss words to say while my nephews are here. I'm going to be extra careful.
Becky Lynch. She is the man.
What was that Roman? What was the Roman song?
Roman Reigns.
The guy with the biggest back. Roman
Reigns.
I need to find that again and bring it on here. That was a good song. Seth could be out after SummerSlam, which means we might see a title change.
Yeah, Finn.
Or he'll take that surgery with the belt. We'll have to just vacate in general.
No, because Finn will be the doctor.
Maybe
Vince in the operating room.
Vince comes back on screen. We get a little Vince Damian Priest union. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that the authorities gotten involved in the Money in the Bank winner. So
right.
We just showed them the Money in the Bank, the men's Money in the Bank match where Damian Priest won. Maybe Priest gets a little backing from Triple H or Vince, and
Senor Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Cha-ching.
If he's gonna have that many surgeries, he can't have the belt. So they have to figure something out.
Hey, listen, just give Seth a quick death when it's that time, and have Priest cash in.
Seth has been going pretty much since he came back from injury.
Yeah. But it would be interesting to see. It'd be kind of a nice little one of those things that didn't really happen a lot in life, where it comes full circle. Finn got hurt winning the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. He gets his win, still injured. Seth can get it. Seth might fight all the way to SummerSlam and then vacate. It's a successful run.
Yeah,
we'll see.
He was a good first. If that's what happens, he was a great first world heavyweight champion for them, and
he was their best option. He was the best.
And it tells a great story for Finn. Finn has been reminding us from the time he came back, every time he comes back, for years, that he has never gotten a fair shot at that championship. They ain't got rid of the championship. And he still is reminding us he hasn't got a shot. He is literally that's the best story to me, because he's been literally saying this for years now. And the man is at a breaking point. He is at his breaking point. He's like, I want a shot. I want what I deserve. I want to. He's like, if I'm going to lose, let me lose fair and square. I don't want nobody coming out here interfering. But he's like, I know I can beat Seth. I've beat him once. I can beat him again. It just so happens to be SummerSlam again.
Yeah.
Honestly, and for Finn, it's up and down. Because, he won the Universal title at SummerSlam. But also, guess what else happened to him at SummerSlam? He got murdered by the Fiend. That was his lowest moment as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that ain't wrong about that. I was talking with some friends of mine today, and I showed you a tweet that they'd shown me in 2K. The folks 2K kind of just revealed who Uncle Howdy is.
2K don't care.
2K does not care. So 2K made it. If you like look through the right spot, you'll see a clue. That pretty much and it's someone that we've all known. We know who it is. You know. I'm not gonna say it.
They basically told us what we all knew. We've been known who was Uncle Howdy. They just confirmed that it was Bo Lee. That's all I'm saying. We had the Bo Lee in him.
Exactly. Which is and I don't know if that's gonna matter because I don't know if that's gonna show up later. You know, right now we're kind of in a weird spot with Bray where they don't know what's going on.
I don't know
is he hurt? Is he just not? Is it just not okay?
Like I've heard mental stuff. I've heard a lot of junk, but who knows if he's actually? I don't know. I don't like. I care about him as a person, but gimmick wise and like everything wrestling with him, I don't care because it's always something with him.
It's just stop and start.
It's so much stop start, and everything that could have been successful with him has fallen apart at this point. Like Alexa is pregnant, Eric Young is gone. Like I don't know what else he could do.
Maybe Joe Gacy goes up, or I don't know.
Maybe Joe Gacy. And it seems, and even when it seemed like, shout out to HBK because I mean, Grizzled Young Vet sure did say they wanted to leave, but they are all the way on TV all the time, and they talking and cutting promos.
They win. They're winning.
They're winning. So
Sean said, "Hey, y'all want to be on TV? There you go."
So, shout out to HBK for listening.
You know, him and Gibson just had to see eye to eye. You know.
Yeah. That's not nice. That's not nice.
They just came at him from both sides, made him focus. That's what they did.
That's terrible. Speaking of NXT, we got a new NXT North American champion.
We sure do. Oh, we got on top of that for Raw. Let's not forget we got new women's tag champions again.
Yes, we do. New women's tag champions. We had it at Money in the Bank, and now we got them on Raw. That title reign didn't last 7 days.
Those titles are -6 territory.
City. Yeah, you don't want to own them in our fantasy league.
No.
Raquel and Liv. What I missed the match. What happened? Was it an actual tag match or like?
It was an actual tag match, but Rhea, mommy, you know how she's been coming at Raquel the last few weeks. She came at her again and she jumped her and jacked her knee up. So at that point, it's like, shoot, she's there. So the medic or the trainer says, "Oh, we're gonna get some scans." She said, "I can go. I can still wrestle." He's all right. Adam Pearce is like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you can still wrestle?" She's like, "Yeah, all right, I'll allow it. We'll still have the match." And sure enough,
Chelsea Green heard that and they were like, they were ready. They were ready to go.
They took all the way advantage of that. That's why you see Chelsea Green hit that unprettier like 8 million times.
Beat her down.
It's one Chelsea point in the match, like Raquel is just done. And it's Liv. It's down to it's 2-on-1. And I mean, they're just spamming the finisher button. They're just doing everything, and Liv keeps kicking out. I'm like, oh!
It's like the old No Mercy Day of Reckoning games where you didn't save a finisher. You had like a finisher time span.
Oh yeah, that's all they were doing. And Liv just kept kicking out. I'm like, so Liv is Roman Reigns now?
Yeah. Well, Liv, again, I pointed this out last week. Liv is the only person to beat Ronda 3 times.
It's like they're giving her as she's won Money in the Bank. She's beat Ronda. She's been a former champion. So it's like, okay, that's why she's just kicking out of all this stuff now. But eventually it didn't matter anymore. And she finally had to lose.
I was going to say she was almost a Triple Crown champion, but I don't know if that counts anymore because I don't know if does the SmackDown title count as the world title or does it count as the WWE Women's title? Which one? How do we count?
Say a former women's champion?
Right.
But yeah,
generic.
Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, the nagging Karens.
Their first title. Their first title.
And you know what? Good for them.
I was happy for them, especially for I'm just happy for both of them. They've been through a lot, especially
Sonya's
Chelsea.
been through so much.
Sonya been stalked. Chelsea and got hurt every daggone match.
Chelsea gets hurt once every 6 months.
Like it seemed like every time she would debut, broken wrist. She's coming back. Yeah. She broke her wrist again. It's like,
and like you said, Sonya got stalked by somebody. That was terrible. And it's
finally like Mandy had her time, and it's finally time for Sonya.
What was their team called? Fire and Desire?
Yeah.
Fire and Desire got their due.
They finally got their due. Mandy out here just rich.
Mandy loaded. Apparently, that's why Jordan Grace isn't wrestling anymore. Jordan Grace is hitting Mandy Rose money doing that stuff. So good for Jordan.
Good for
Good for Gresham.
Good for Gresh. Gresh, why are you wrestling, man? You're fine. Gresh needs to just sit back and just relax a little bit. Chill out.
All right, be a hot person for a
No
little
wonder he's like, they're like, you losing this match. That's all right. I don't care.
It's cool. We're all right.
I was about to, damn it. I was going to talk a little shit about, more so Chelsea Green, but since y'all
No, go ahead.
That,
no. Go. Feel free.
Right. I had it ready because she sucks. But
hold on.
You know
wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Before we let's just. All right.
I mean, she sucks, but yeah. I mean, she's been through those injuries, and oh my gosh, oh god.
I know that was about Finn.
Oh god.
The best thing about Chelsea and Sonya to me is Samantha Irvin. You know what? Samantha Irvin is a great ring announcer.
Did you know?
Yeah. Can we talk about her? Can we talk? Because, like, man, the way I feel like she has a unique way she brings people into the ring for everything.
Yeah, I told y'all. I started noticing it on SmackDown like last year.
But yeah, but that was like Gunther and Imperium, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I didn't
like she actually does the pronunciations, and she puts she does everything the correct way. I was like, okay, that's cool.
This little stank on everything, like it's
no crazy. Chelsea Green.
Yeah, the way she does Chelsea is great. Chelsea Green, like it's so good. It's so good. I think she's the best ring announcer around right now. I think it's definitely. She gets a lot of bass in her voice for like Gunther and all those other, and Roman. She's great for Roman.
Oh yeah.
God, I miss her doing the bloodline. It's not the same.
I miss when it was Ultimate Bloodline, when the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos, and the Undisputed Universal WWE Champion, Roman Reigns. And he's just standing there, and they got all their belts. It's like, dang, these dudes is fire.
And
they really running the company.
And I think that also helped because she's also a singer.
That
she
too.
Just had a great range in her voice.
Oh yeah, she was a singer. She was she was on that. Was that show?
America's Got Talent or one of something like that.
And then the one in NXT, I think is like a professional drummer.
Yeah,
so they're getting like musicians to be in that, which is honestly not a bad idea. Not a terrible idea. So yeah, Samantha Irvin, she deserves her flowers, absolutely. So yeah, new champions on Raw, and so NXT. NXT has been like the best WWE show for like 2 months now. I don't know.
That's my favorite night of television.
It's gotten so good. And I told Matt like 3 weeks ago, like, man, I don't like to admit this. I'm kind of digging this whole Tony D thing.
You blocked him. You blocked me for him.
Spaghetti man, baby.
Spaghetti. Yeah, I did. I did block you for him. Well, last year I would never even try that. This year I was
Ain't
like, no,
that
I gotta get him. I gotta pick him up.
That's some
Spaghetti Man.
shit.
Bro, that segment they did with the D'Angelo family. When he comes out and he's just like they're all celebrating in the ring, and then Gallows comes out and Joe Coffey brings out a bat. And the family like, what are we gonna do? And they all pull like 9 people pull out a crowbar.
That part was so stupid to me, but it was so funny. I was like, this is so like stereotypical. But I'm like, that's what's so fun about wrestling. Like
You can
You
have
have
some
to
of the
just-
stereotypes. Yeah.
like you just gotta just ignore it and just remember, like it's wrestling. We're just suspending disbelief for 2 hours to relax.
The thing about you can do stereotypes in any kind of media as long as it's not disrespectful.
Right.
That's all. Just as long as you're having fun with it, you're not laughing at anybody. Like that's pretty much how you have to do it.
It was funny and goofy.
Yeah, it was fun. That's how I described the next. It was fun. It was a fun episode. we got some stuff with Thea Hale too. She's really on fire.
She has gotten so good.
She is awesome.
Promos.
I
That
can't believe how good she is at how young she is. It's
that
incredible.
little muscle bound Spitfire, she is great.
Like she has gotten so good at promos lately. Like when she gets intense, she get a little. She start talking her shit. She gets scary.
And it used to be like kind of like corny, but as she's done it more and more, it feels more real.
Yeah,
It feels more legit.
and it's like I can see like with working with Charlie Dempsey and Gulak has really helped her also with the intensity. Even like you can see like you're believable now.
Mhm.
Like I'm not
Like,
just
when she first faced Tiffany, like last month, nobody really expected anything.
Mhm.
But ever since, it's and even before this, she was getting there. But now she feels like, okay, Thea might be one of the next ones to
And the fact that
excel.
she's so young, man, she's only
You know,
19.
19.
You know,
She graduated high school
Graduate out
last
of
year.
JU.
Like, that's crazy. It's like watching female Tyler Bate because he was what 19
I
when
think it
he
was 19
broke
when he won
out.
the It was 19 when he won the
I-
UK championship. Yeah.
I'll tell you who she might
Which is
be.
wild. That is such a crazy thing.
You know who
That
she
they
might
put a
be?
whole brand on Tyler Bate.
She might be their next Alexa or Paige.
She could
Because
be.
Alexa was basically a baby when she got called up in the draft.
I remember when she got called
Yeah.
up, and I was so against it.
Right.
Y'all remember how mad I was? Like, why are they calling her of all people?
I was like, why are they? Because
Such a waste.
I remember her.
I was a
Because the only reason I liked her was
bad
because
person.
she
I was a
Columbus.
bad person. That's a
That was
bad
literally the only
person.
reason I liked her. Hello, she's from Columbus, Ohio. Cool.
I definitely, and like now it's like considered a bad term. I definitely called her a rat. I definitely said that, and I apologize, but I did. I was just like, of all the people, why? And then in like a month, she proved my ass wrong. I had to sit down, shut up, and eat a little bit of humble pie because Alexa ended up being like one of the best call-ups they ever had from NXT.
Yeah, that was one of the best pickups I ever did in fantasy because we were there from the ground floor. So it was just like, I want to like that was.
Surprising. That was surprising. I mean, she rose to the top so fast, but she never felt out of place.
No.
And that came from doing nothing. It came from basically just being a manager and like you get a match occasionally that was like 3 minutes, all the way to SmackDown Women's Champion, and it was great. And it was just like, where the hell did this come from? Kind of like Buddy, where I was like, I want to see Buddy Murphy in this like cruiserweight tournament. Like, why? And he ended up being like the most impressive. Her former boot. Like, I don't know where the hell that came from, but you know. So let's get to it. Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty Dom, baby.
Dirty Dom, mommy's little Dom versus the greatest NXT North American champion we've ever had in Wes Lee. And if you've watched NXT, you notice they call him that. They are like, he is the greatest North American champion ever.
He's been the
most
fighting
offenses, the fighting, most offenses, most days. No one comes close. And I was like, oh, they're really laying this on a little thick. And that's when I was like, oh shit. Oh no. But so real fantasy was I could not start Dom because they had that tag title match on Raw. It's like, I'm not losing those points. You know, I don't want to lose those points.
You go behind the curtain. Greg asked me, Matt, are you starting Damian Priest? I'm like,
I did.
I said, I'm probably not. Like, it's a tag match. And at that point, it wasn't even, I don't even think it was a title match. It's a tag match.
It was just a tag match. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, they won last. I'm like, they just won last week. They ain't about to make Sammy and KO look like some players. They ain't about to look like trash 2 weeks in a row. I'm like, I'm a bitch because I'm pretty sure Priest ain't about to try and cash in on nobody. I'll be cool this week, bitch. And then they're like, it's for the tag title. I'm like, oh yeah, super bench.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, so they're going to lose tonight, and then they're going to lose. And I'm like, Dom probably going to lose tomorrow. And then that'll be it.
The best play, I guess, would have been to also bench Wes. But, like, Wes has been worth so many points.
Right.
That, like, you don't want to bench Wes. Wes has been the reason we're staying in the game. Wes has got me so many points over the past, like, 4 months.
Right. Like, I was honestly shocked. Like, I went into this, like, I like Dom. I've been saying I like Dom from the time he went to jail. From the time he came out of jail, I have been liking him because I have seen him just build this little gimmick up. And when they start saying he's Dirty Dom, I'm like, hey, Dirty Dom now. Like, all right, I guess.
We couldn't keep Prison Dom, whatever.
All right, I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm still rocking with you. I'm still rocking with Dom because, like I said last week, everybody hate him because they just can't drip like him. That's all. That's why most people hate him. They're doing him and because he's disrespectful to his daddy. But I've seen
the jokes on people on Reddit. They're like, "Is this like a joke? Are y'all liking him as a joke?" Like no, Prison Dom's great.
I like Dominic Mysterio. Like, he is cool.
Now understand this: Dominic Mysterio sucked. Prison Dom, gold.
Like, everything that he has been doing since, like, this whole gimmick, him joining Judgment Day and Finn and Priest and Mommy all getting him together. He's riding around with them. They are building him. They have built him. This is what he needed. This is when we were saying this years ago. Oh, he needs to be in NXT. Him being in Judgment Day is his NXT because all of them were in NXT. So instead of going to NXT, he has been put in a faction of NXT.
What they did was they like, all right, you're gonna work with your dad and learn how to wrestle, and then you're gonna go with the Judgment Day and learn how to talk and learn how to have a character. And that's what it was. Now, can he talk? No, but
he's getting there.
He's getting there. He's better than he was last year.
And now he has a title to talk with.
he has perfected the just nauseating, spoiled brat persona. He has perfected that.
He's going to get hit in the face every week.
He is doing what he has done is what is the reaction they wanted when Dolph won the NXT title, but it was Dolph. The only person who was beat that Dolph won the NXT title was me. No, everybody else was like, "Well, I was," because I see it on wrestling Twitter so much now. Like, they're like, "I don't understand why Dolph was the NXT champion." And even looking back, it's like, yeah, I don't know why he was either. He just lost it right back. It made no sense. But the reaction they wanted is what we have now in 2023 with Dom winning the North American title. Braun was not that lovable of a champion. Wes, if you all know, we all know the story of Wes. The man got screwed over, and we didn't even know if he was going to have a job. And lo and behold, he showed out in this North American title division. That whole title picture, He is and became the GOAT of all North American champions. So when you have somebody like that the crowd is behind, and you have somebody that is hated as much as Dom, it is the perfect match. And they shocked us with the ending because I'm pretty sure none of us were like, "Oh, Dom's not going to win." And
they're not in it this reign with West for Dominic Mysterio.
Right.
Like, that's what they're doing.
That's exactly what they did. And now Dom is going to. And I had read something a couple weeks ago saying that they were going to try and blend the rosters more. Because in the last month, we've seen Mello show up on Raw, SmackDown. We ain't seen maybe.
Didn't Santos win it? No, Santos won the
Cruiserweight. Damian Priest won it.
Yeah, Damian Priest.
Yeah. Priest won. Yeah.
But they were saying that they were going to start trying to treat NXT as like that third brand. You know how they've always treated NXT. They just like, it's NXT. They were going to start trying to blend it, and that's when Judgment Day started showing up. But you started seeing Mello randomly. He was showing up on Raw. He showed up on SmackDown. You saw Seth show up in NXT. And it's like, all right,
show up.
Dana's down there.
It's like, all right, the blending made sense. It wasn't that awkward type of, oh my God, these are the people from NXT. It was, yo, man, hey, I'm just checking up on you. You know, Seth is like, you're a champion, I'm a champion. This is what I'm here. All right, cool. Finn shows up. I'm showing up because Seth is here, and I'm trying to beat Seth up. Rhea shows up. She's like, I'm here checking up. Oh, that was one of the best parts of NXT. If anybody, I don't even know who that girl was she was talking to. But the whole point of Rhea has been showing up at NXT for the last few weeks, just basically telling these girls, y'all need to be on y'all's game.
I have no idea who that was, but yeah.
I don't know who that girl was, but she's been showing, like, Reyes is showing up like, yo, if y'all want to be on the main roster, y'all want to be like me, y'all need to be doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm here to be on y'all's butts about that. And the way that she talked to whoever that girl was on Tuesday, I like that.
Yeah.
Because so the way they're blending these rosters, having people just organically show up is perfect. Side note, I love that Finn on Twitter said that this was the proudest moment of his career. Dom winning. And then guess who quote tweeted him? JD. He said, but I thought you said me winning the title. What? Sorry, JD.
Damn.
He ain't got a new son.
That man went to Raw and has just been forgotten by even his father. That's really important. That's sad.
You want to know something though?
That's
like
Valkyria. I don't know if that was or not. She seemed a little bit tall for that. Was that her? Was that her?
Oh, who that was?
But to everything that Matt just said, it all harkens back on to what he was talking about when they first started 2.0. How they wanted to make it more like.
Yeah, that was her.
Similar to the main roster.
That was Lyra.
Oh.
Okay.
She looked weird with all that.
I know. That was nothing like her. I had no idea.
She was like some little teenage girl.
Like,
I was like, who is this girl?
Who is this child? What the?
She needs to be in her attire like a 2K wrestler to be recognized.
He does not look right without that gear. That was weird. Yeah, because remember that he was hyping her up. Okay, yeah, gotcha. All right.
But to Matt's point, it harkens back to what he said about 2.0 when they first began. How they're going to do more like how they did with the original NXT, where they blend in, especially those who are ready. Like you got Mello showing up to Raw and SmackDown. You got Braun, who's shown up to Raw in the past. Like you said, you had Dolph win the NXT title, putting that on Raw. Now you got the Judgment Day showing up to NXT. If only they blended those damn women's tag team titles.
Oh yeah, HBK knew. He knew I was gonna find him. He knew I was gonna look for him. Him and Triple H, they knew.
And I'm just glad that it's basically been what, 2 years now since Judgment Day? Year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years, year and a half, something like that.
2 years? I think. What was it? Last year was. No, wasn't it last year? Was it last WrestleMania when Damian and Edge came together?
I believe so. Yeah, for like a year and a half, maybe a year. We'll say a year.
Changed now. It feels like it. They're on TV every week. It feels like 2 years.
Yeah, 2022. So yeah, it's been like a year and a half. Yeah.
So a year and a half, and the Judgment Day is finally outside of the bloodline before they're split. They're that faction now. You got Rhea as Women's World Champion or WWE Women's Champion. You got Damian Priest, Mr. Money in the Bank. Now you got Dom, North American Champion. Priest or Finn soon will be World Heavyweight Champion. Like, now you have this faction. Now that it's all gelled together now. Like, they are now, and it's been built up, but they're now a dominant faction.
Yeah.
Like they're at the top of their powers now, and they're only going to get stronger. Especially
there's a chance.
Get that belt.
There's a chance.
Once they get that belt,
yeah.
Like the bloodline before the split, Judgment Day ain't too far behind.
Rhea's Women's Champion. NXT's running by Dom. Finn gets the world title, and Priest is there with that briefcase. That's
the
dangerous.
And Finn could whoop Seth's ass, win that belt. It's right here.
That's
a dangerous group. That's a dangerous.
Very dangerous.
You're right.
Fact, like the scary, they realized they got to the height of their powers, as far as I'm concerned, last week after whatever the Raw after Money in the Bank. I think that was literally last week. The Raw after Money in the Bank. Finn and Priest are going at it. They are going at it. They are arguing. At this point, as far as I'm concerned, if they're going to break up, this is when they're going to break up. Because Finn and Priest are trying. They're about to fight. And Rhea just says, stop it. She just tells them to stop. And then we end up getting that tag match. And they end up winning. And they ended up hugging. The simple fact that they won that tag match squashed all that beef. And now Dom, like even though they lost Monday, Dom, the baby of the group, now has he's a champion now. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, we're like everything is harmonious again in the judgment day. Mm-hmm. All because of that tag win last week. That gave them momentum. Because think about it. After that tag match, they went to NXT. Oh. After that tag match, they went to NXT, and the simple fact.
For those of you that are audio listeners, one of our people in the chat asked, "What kind of dildo are you putting in your mouth, Mom?" This is something to help with an inhaler, the rescue inhaler. With your mouth, breathe in. It gets deeper into your throat. But sure, yeah, we're gonna, yeah. Jesus Christ.
I mean, like I was saying, that tag win last week gave them enough momentum for them to go into NXT, and Dom, because Dom made West defend the title. He's like, oh yeah, what's up with that open challenge thing? And he looked at him like, what? Man, I ain't did one of those in forever.
What did he say? Aren't you the open challenge guy?
Yeah, he was like, aren't you that open challenge dude? So yeah, let me get a title shot. He's like, what? Nah, I ain't did one of those in like forever. He was like, see, I knew it. When I show up, you ain't trying to have no title shot because you scared. You heard I was showing up.
He's so good. He's so good. He's so good at being a douche. He's yeah, Dom, with the help of Mommy, Dom gets the win.
Mommy knows best.
People are pissed about that change.
They feel like he has sullied the good name of NXT.
Oh, my bad. It's okay. All right. So, yeah, reps to NXT. Let's talk about Dynamite real quick. A lot of things happened on it.
Oh, man.
First off, MJF and Adam Cole, I want them to be together a little bit longer. I don't want them to break up yet. Like, oh, that's my music. You play my music. That's the wrong. You know it's MJF freaked when he realized, oh, it's a mixed music. Oh shit.
I mean, mixed music is always the greatest, especially when it blends well.
Yeah, they do blend well. They blend very well. Yeah. And when they hit that double clothesline, oh, the crowd, and they won with it. They won with the double clothesline.
That's what I'm like. Why did they win with a double clothesline? What in the attitude? WWF Warzone?
They scrape. They were double clothesline. They tag and they wouldn't get it 3 times. 2 times missing it. 1 time they got it, and that was it.
The most powerful clothesline since JBL's.
I want them to win the tag titles. I do. FTR can.
I low key do, just to have like. It would be awesome.
Give us like 3 more months. 3 more months.
Yeah,
just 3 more months of this, and then we can call it quits. It was great. What are y'all feeling about these two?
I like it. I like the concept of, like, I usually hate these eliminator tournaments, but the fact that it's a blind eliminator and we're just having these random tag teams, and we had stuff like Swerve and Keith Lee just be reunited for no apparent reason. And then they're like, yeah, remember, I still hate you. I hate you too. And it's like, oh, but that was cool that we still got that chemistry, though. Or you have people like MJF and Adam Cole. It's like, I hate you. I want your title. But guess what? We're going to be best friends.
we're actually buddies.
Right.
And then we got teams that actually work together very well, like Brian Cage and Big Bill. Like, you know what? Let's keep those two together. Let's keep those two with each other. That was fun.
And the people love Big Bill. Big Cass has come a long way. So shout out to him.
He does get a lot of love from crowds. He really does. It's actually, I'm glad he's getting that. I'm glad he's earned it. He turned his life around. He came back. He looks in great shape. Good for him.
It's like him and Carmella, like they were together and they both have flourished. Like she's married, she's gonna have a baby.
He's engaged.
He's recovered. He's good. Everybody is happy.
Yeah, good for them. The other one, whatever. We also had a title change on Dynamite because Hook lost the TNT or not TNT, the FTW championship.
FTW belt
to
a belt.
To not Jungle Boy. No. Jack Perry. No Tarzan Boy music. He came out there
to Gunther's old music. Man, apparently WWE ain't paying for that.
Well, I mean that's old enough where you can't really do anything about it. That's like classical music. What are you gonna do?
Oh, WWE, no wonder WWE said nah. They were like, nah, we need something that we can get.
What they should have done was bought that damn Hardy's music before AEW got their hands on it. But hey, it's too late now. That was dumb. That was very stupid. I didn't know that was free range.
I didn't know either.
So yeah, Jack Perry is now the FTW champion after hitting Hook with the belt and knocking him out. After Hook beat his ass for about 15 minutes.
He is definitely his daddy's son.
Of course, the big moment of the night was the Blood and Guts match.
That match was, I liked it. That was a cool match. It was a lot of.
It was the bloodiest it's ever been. That's for damn sure.
It was really bloody.
BCC and Pac.
Or Pac. Pack.
because
And
for some reason, I think because Brian's hurt, so they had to
Right.
come in. Against the Elite and Kota Ibushi.
Oh yeah, the Golden
Kota Ibushi.
Elite.
The Golden Elite. I saw somebody post a GIF, and it was of Wheeler Yuta taking a fork and stabbing into one of the Bucks' heads. And behind him, you see Mox look at what he's doing, pull up a chair and sit down and just watch him and smile like a proud dad. Like,
He's
"Ah,
such a
that's my
proud
boy."
dad. He's corrupted that poor child.
He's corrupted Wheeler. He's corrupted Shota. He's a real good dad. We saw one of the Bucks up top on the cage with
Thumbtack.
and he
Thumbtack!
dropped. He poured thumbtacks through the ceiling of the cell, which was a cool moment.
That part was. I was like, oh, y'all need to put that in the game.
Until his daughter starts wrestling. Mox's, yeah. But yeah, all in all, it was good. We got to see Kota make his debut in AEW.
As soon as he walked down, I was like, dang, he ain't got big.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, he's been off TV for a bit, you know.
Right.
I
I mean, it was a healthy big. Like I like kind of stocky him. It looks good on him. He's just fat in the face.
He still doesn't look 41. He still looks like he's like 26 years old.
Yeah, like
Right.
I wouldn't think he was 40 something.
Well, I was shocked. I'm like, wait a minute, he's 41? Damn, okay,
Yeah.
Kota.
Kenny Omega don't look their ages.
Right.
He's an old man at this point. You know, another great. I think this is probably the best blood and guts match we've actually gotten.
Yeah, and it actually told a story. Like I
Yeah.
actually like the story in this.
And of course, the Elite win, the Golden Elite win.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna get Pac versus Claudio for the ROH World Title on Friday, I guess. Like I said, we're not doing the
We are not doing
ROH
predictions
show.
for that show because they are still making that show.
Is it Death Before Dishonor? Is that what the show is?
Yeah, Death Before Dishonor.
Let's see how many matches they have. Oh, they filled it out already. Well, we're still not doing it. But yeah, no, they have. They've. I guess they did it over this week. They just kind of put it all together. Wait, whoa!
I told you.
You said Shane Taylor wasn't wrestling?
Who's he wrestling now?
AR Fox?
Oh my goodness!
They just took him out of the title match and just had him fight AR Fox instead.
Oh wow!
That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, no, we're not doing this. We are not doing this.
Yeah, they took Shane Taylor from fighting Samoa Joe and put Dalton Castle in his place and got Shane Taylor fighting AR Fox.
Ew.
Could have been hanging out with me, my bad. We've been eating.
Nobody wants that. Who the hell wants that?
I don't know, man. I just, that's about it for this past week. Is there anything else we need to talk about before we call it quits?
No.
No. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you for listening to us this week. You can find us here or at facebook.com/Under the Ring Pod or twitch.tv/Under the Ring Pod. I've also linked my YouTube channel, which has all the VODs of our podcast up. So you can listen to every episode there. We air every week, 8:45-ish, give or take, on Thursdays. Our link tree, of course, linktree/Under the Ring Pod. And you can find us on Twitter. I'm, of course, at Greg Bush SK. We got Kenny, Rock Riffs 44. We got the teacher man Mike Jones, Mr. Fresh Beard, at Mr. Fresh Beard. We've got the champion Matty Reigns at The Right Answer. Go ahead and hold that belt up, Matt. Go ahead and just make yourself feel pretty. Of course, Street Team Captain, Boreal Maliente, Tito, and of course, our media correspondent, Justin D. Baxley. folks, thank you very much for joining us this week. We will be back next week to talk more wrestling. I don't know if there's another show coming up soon. I hope not.
I hope not.
Very tired. But until then, we will catch you next time. Have a great weekend. And until then.